This incoming storm is not normal. Flooding and snow are threatening travel, homes, and daily life across California right now. What you are about to see is not just another rainy day or a winter headline. This is a powerful weather system pushing across the state at the same time, bringing dangerous rainfall to low-lying communities and heavy snow to mountain corridors that millions of people depend on every week. From coastal cities to inland valleys and high mountain passes, the impacts are unfolding together. And that combination is exactly what makes this situation so serious.
It's a big one!
Right now, saturated ground from previous rain is already under pressure. Creeks and drainage channels that normally carry water quietly are filling faster than expected. When intense rainfall hits ground that cannot absorb any more water, the result is not slow flooding. It is fast-moving runoff, street flooding, overwhelmed storm drains, and sudden road closures. In many neighborhoods, water can rise in minutes, not hours. This is the type of flooding that catches drivers and residents off guard. At the same time, colder air is pushing into higher elevations, turning this storm into a major snow producer in the mountains. While snow may look calm on camera, it is creating extremely dangerous travel conditions. Visibility drops suddenly. Roads become slick without warning. Chain controls and closures can be activated with very little notice. Emergency crews are preparing for stranded vehicles, traffic blockages, and delayed response times, especially along mountain highways and key travel routes. What makes this storm different is not only its size, but its timing and reach. Rainfall and snowfall are happening together across large areas of the state. That means emergency services, transportation agencies, and utility crews are all responding at once to different hazards in different regions. Flooded roads in cities, snow-blocked passes in the mountains, power disruptions, fallen trees, and delayed emergency access are all possible within the same weather window. For people living in flood-prone zones, this is not just an inconvenience. It is a real safety risk. Water can enter garages, lower floors, and underground spaces quickly. Vehicles parked on streets may become trapped. Even shallow water moving across roads can be powerful enough to push cars off course. Many past incidents show that most flood-related rescues happen when people attempt to drive through water they believe is safe. In mountain communities, the danger looks different but is just as real. Heavy snow can isolate neighborhoods. Power lines can be damaged by wind and accumulating ice. Access to medical services can become limited when roads close. For anyone planning to travel through higher elevations, the situation can change faster than navigation apps or social media updates can reflect. This storm is also bringing strong wind in some areas, adding another layer of risk. Trees weakened by earlier weather events can fall onto roads, homes, and power lines. Wind combined with heavy rain increases the chance of outages and debris on streets. In mountain areas, wind can create whiteout conditions even when snowfall rates are moderate. Across California, people rely on highways and mountain passes to connect regions, move goods, and support daily life. When rain floods city streets and snow blocks mountain routes at the same time, the entire transportation network becomes fragile. Delays spread quickly. Emergency vehicles may need alternate routes. School schedules, deliveries, and work commutes can all be disrupted. For families at home, this storm is a reminder that weather emergencies are not limited to dramatic images on social media. Flooding often starts quietly, with water collecting in places it normally does not. Snow emergencies often begin with one stalled vehicle that becomes many. The risk is highest when people underestimate how quickly conditions can change. If you live in an area that usually experiences drainage problems, this is the time to pay attention to local warnings. Keep outdoor drains clear if it is safe to do so. Avoid low-lying routes that are known to flood. Do not park vehicles in locations where water commonly pools. These small decisions can make a major difference when rainfall intensifies. If you live in or are traveling through mountain regions, be prepared for sudden restrictions. Carry winter equipment, warm clothing, and emergency supplies. Fuel up before entering higher elevations. Inform someone of your travel route. Many emergency rescues begin with a simple trip that turned into an overnight situation because of road closures and poor visibility. For communities already dealing with previous storm damage, the risk is even higher. Loose soil, weakened slopes, and damaged drainage systems do not recover immediately. When new rain arrives before repairs are complete, the chance of localized failures increases. This can include minor landslides, erosion along road edges, and water flowing into areas that were not affected before. Weather systems like this also test infrastructure. Stormwater systems, power networks, and transportation corridors are designed with limits. When rain and snow events become stronger or more frequent, those limits are reached more quickly. Crews may work around the clock, but access and safety conditions often slow response times. This is why accurate information and responsible coverage matter. Sensational clips can show dramatic moments, but they do not help people understand how risk develops. The real danger is not only the most extreme images. It is the accumulation of smaller impacts across many communities at the same time. Blocked roads, flooded intersections, delayed ambulances, power interruptions, and people trapped in situations they did not expect. Across California, thousands of people are adjusting plans today because of this storm. Some are changing travel routes. Some are staying home instead of driving. Some are checking on elderly relatives and neighbors who may be more vulnerable to outages or isolation. These simple actions are often what reduce harm during weather emergencies. It is also important to understand that weather does not stop at city boundaries. Rainfall upstream can affect communities downstream hours later. Snowmelt following heavy accumulation can contribute to rising water levels after the storm has already passed. The impact window is often longer than the headlines suggest. As this storm continues to move through the state, conditions will remain dynamic. Rain bands can intensify suddenly. Snow levels can shift with temperature changes. Wind can increase without much notice. The safest approach is not to rely on a single update, but to follow official local alerts and real-time guidance. If authorities advise staying off certain roads, delaying travel, or avoiding specific areas, those warnings are based on current conditions and operational needs. Emergency services must prioritize life-saving responses, and unnecessary traffic can slow those efforts during critical moments. This is not about panic. It is about preparation and awareness. California has experienced many storms before, but every event is different. The combination of heavy rain, significant snow, and strong winds happening together increases complexity and risk. For viewers watching from outside the affected areas, this is also a reminder of how quickly weather can disrupt modern life. Transportation systems, supply chains, and communication networks are closely connected. A storm impacting one region can have ripple effects far beyond it. For those living within the storm's reach, take this seriously, but stay informed, not alarmed. Check reliable local sources. Keep emergency supplies ready. Avoid unnecessary travel during peak impact periods. Look out for neighbors who may need assistance. This situation is unfolding now, and its effects will continue to evolve over the coming hours. What matters most is how people respond to it. Calmly, responsibly, and with accurate information. Warning: this video is based on verified public reports and real footage shared online. Our goal is awareness, not sensationalism. Please follow local authorities and emergency services for official updates and safety instructions.